What's up, everybody? It's me, Erica, and this is your Salt Lake City review. So go ahead and like, subscribe, and comment. Let the diva know you stopped by. This is for the last episode. I watched it late and I'm just now getting to review it. So go ahead and like, subscribe, and comment. Hit the bell notification twice, whatever. You know how it works. All right, so we start off with Mary. Mary talks about how many houses she has. She has so many that she can't count. She talks about her grandmother leaving her everything. She left her everything. She names off all these businesses that she left. Jen is also having a party and she's not invited, and so she feels very hurt behind it. And she keeps wondering what I did to her. This hard-on that Jen has for Mary is old. I hope she doesn't take it into next season. I actually do not like Jen Shah. I just don't. I don't like her attitude. I don't like how she completely sucks the energy out of the room. I do not like, and the fact that the women are afraid, these white women are afraid to tell this woman of color that she is fucking out of line every single time she comes to a group event is very telling, and they're still afraid to tell her. And I'm glad Whitney said something, but honey, she was so goddamn drunk. Anyway, so Jen Shah is having a party for her son or somebody. She's having a party for somebody. She's having an event where she can go and act a fool and get all the attention put on her and suck all of the energy out of the room. That's what Jen is doing. I don't know if it was a birthday party. I don't know what the intention was, but we know what happened. Heather, she is talking about her ex-husband and how she married into Mormon royalty. So it looks like, you know, that she was basically marrying for status, which I believe that's what women should do from the gate, is marry for status, marry to elevate yourself. If that's something that you are going to choose to do, not every woman wants to get married, but if you are a woman who wants to get married, please marry up. Don't marry laterally, marry up. Marry that when the person that you're attaching yourself to, the person's whose name you're going to put on the end of your name, has some equity. Do you understand what equity means? That the nigga's last name is worth something. Please make sure of it. Please, if you are going to get married, please make sure that the nigga has some equity behind his name. Please make sure. Figures that her and her husband were not compatible. So she basically, she tells a story that they went to a movie. They saw some movie. I forgot what movie. I think it was a scary movie. And there was a scene with a glory hole in it. And if you don't know what a glory hole is, it's a bathroom that has a space for where people can go have sex. So and there's a hole in the wall, and the man puts his penis through the hole, and you do whatever you want to do with the penis. So that's what happened on the movie. She said that her husband was very upset with her as it relates to that. And so because of that, he withheld sex from her for, I forgot the length of time that she said. They finally separated when she was throwing something, an event for her sister, and he wanted her to change the time. And she said, no, I'm not changing the time for his sister. He wanted the time to be changed for his sister. And he says, okay, we'll keep the time that you want to have the party at, but I'm going to leave you. And he did just that. Now, I don't know if you want to be married to somebody that petty, withholding sex and telling you that you have to do exactly what he wants you to do. I could see why she was unhappy in that marriage. Even though she did marry for status, she did marry Mormon royalty, she did marry up. I don't know why she would be wanting to deal with black men, but honey, it ain't gonna be nothing like Mormon royalty. Whitney went to Mary's house. It was really odd. I think they're just trying to, it seems like they're trying to fill Mary out. Word on the street is that Mary was a friend of the Housewives at first, but then they had a wife. I think one of the women that was in the pink, remember in the beginning, she was like all drunk and stuff. She was apparently at the Capitol the other day. This woman that was with she was Sarah. She was at the riots at the Capitol. And her and I guess Whitney are still friends. It's somebody Sarah is with. But anyways, I've skipped too far. So Whitney and Mary are at Mary's house. They're talking about clothes and how her grandmother dressed so nicely and how her grandmother spoiled her. But then they start talking about how she feels mistreated by Jen. And she's saying that the group is afraid to say anything to her. And, you know, Meredith and Lisa both have said that they're afraid to say anything to Jen about the way that she acts because they're scared of her. And based on just the way that white women are, it's not too far-fetched that they would say something that they were scared of her. Now, maybe when you get in their face, they might be like, I ain't scared of her, I ain't scared of her. But amongst each other, like, oh my God, girl, she's so scary. She's so scary. Can you believe that? You know, Jen, she's so scary. You know how they do. She's so aggressive. Oh my God. Oh my God, she's so scary. Yeah, I would be afraid of her. She's a little scary. Knowing the harm and war they could start with a tear, honey. Talking about a scary bitch. But you know how they do. So it's not too far-fetched that they would say something like that. Whitney is like a little, you know, she's like, okay, well, girl, I guess I'll talk to, you know, the girls about it. I don't know. Whitney herself is scared of Jen. Hello, you could tell the party. She was so damn scared to say anything to her. And it's not that they're scared. It's just like the reaction is always out of balance. And it's so out of balance that it completely takes all of the energy in the room and just drains it. And now everybody is looking at Jen Shah. Nobody's having a good time. Nobody's dancing. Nobody's drinking. None of that is because everybody's figuring out what the hell is this crazy woman yelling about and throwing shit about. It's out of order. She's out of order. Jen Shah, I hope she sees herself on TV and realizes that, girl, this is not a good look at all. Switch it up, girl, or you will not be the fan favorite. I'm assuming she was a fan favorite because I don't even want to dig too deep into that. Seth and Meredith. Meredith says that her and Seth are in a better place after this fashion show thing. She realized that, you know, she loves her husband, I guess. Brooks is there, and he's making inappropriate comments about his parents having sex, and if they have sex, he's just cringy. Brooks is cringy. She said at first, you know, they really wanted the marriage to work for the children, but now the children are out of the house. They have to make choices in order to determine whether or not they are going to stay for themselves, right? After the kids leave, you've wasted your whole life because you stayed miserable for the kids. And now your kids will leave when they are no longer dependent on you for your survival. So while you have sat in misery just so that your child can witness you being miserable, don't do that. That shit is stupid as hell. But there's a certain type of person who will stay and allow their children to witness them be miserable. It's a certain type of person. And you think you're doing it for the children, and all you're doing is showing them that this is normal. So when they go out, all they're going to do is repeat that shit. Gay or straight, trust me, Brooks is going to go out and he's going to be just like his mother to some man. Trust me. Trust me. Or her daughter, if she's heterosexual, she's going to go out and find some man and treat her. She might be like her father, and might find somebody who treats her like her mother treats her father. Trust me. Sarah, she was at the riots at the Capitol. She's on her third marriage. They both left the church together. The family made it clear to Whitney that she will not replace his first wife. They have pictures of her on the mantle. And finally, she also remarried. His ex-wife remarried, and they have pictures of her and her new husband on the mantle. And they have pictures of Whitney and their son on the mantle. They talk about the Jen and Mary issue and how she's scared that Jen is going to have an outburst, and it's absolutely terrifying. That's another word. Oh my God, it's terrifying. It's terrifying. Girl. Jen is a completely different person when she's with her husband. Of course she is. Because her husband told her, if you keep acting like a goddamn donkey at every event that we have, I'm going to leave your ass. She already told us that. She already told us that. So that's why she's on medication. Girl, up the dosage. Please up the dosage. We don't want you walking around like a zombie, but we don't want you walking around like a goddamn firecracker. It's old and it's tiring, and people are, it's, honey, we're not 25 where you can go in a club and start throwing drinks and throwing 22, just young. You're an old ass woman with a grown ass son. Relax, girl. And maybe you shouldn't be drinking fire water. Maybe you smoke some herb. Go over to Colorado for a second, get some herb and come back, because I don't know what they do in Utah as it pertains to cannabis. But girl, you need something to bring it down, Godzilla. You need something to bring it on down. You know, she wants to resolve the friend group issues, but a lot of Mormons and the way that they operate, it's a lot of sweeping under the rug. It's a lot of sweeping under the rug when it comes to that religion. Lisa is at the aquarium spending family time with her children because her husband is on that, like, we need to spend more time with each other. She said the kids want a mini fridge. A little boy wants a mini fridge in his room. It was so funny because at that moment, my oldest son was walking by and he was like, a fridge in the room? That can't be healthy. No, it's not, because the kid will never come out of his room. He already has everything else in his room. All he needs is a refrigerator. He has a bathroom. What is he coming out? She said that the little boy calls his room an apartment. He has an apartment. Make his ass pay some rent, too. That would be cute, though. He lives in his apartment, so he wants a fridge in his room. But no, we're not getting fridges. Anyway, so Jen has a surprise party. Brooks has this Fendi prints on, honey, and he was like, he showed the prints to the mom, and she was like, what? That's like too much. He was like, no, it's very hip-hop. He was right about that. It's very hip-hop. You know, the blacks, we love to let everybody know what we got on, honey. It has to be a label here, a label there, a label here, upside down here, a label here, a label under here. If you lift your foot up, you better make sure it's a label under there, honey. So he knows. So Coach Shaw thinks he's going to Popeyes. He thought he was going. He was already dressed in his Adidas. He had his Adidas outfit on. You know, he's dressed. He's in his coat. It's his coach. It's his track jacket, his track pants. So he's already dressed. So I don't know if he knew what was going on, but why is she dressed like that just going to Popeyes? So she takes him. He acts like they. So then they show up to this golf place, and he was like, "Okay, we're playing golf. We're not playing. What's going on? Like, what's happening?" So they walk in, and it's a big surprise. If this doesn't show him that I love him, maybe I should start dating someone else. And then she like winks in her interview, and she's basically taking a dig at Meredith. Jen has already demonstrated that she's not the best person to be friends with, because she will show pictures of you. Like, she's just somebody you just don't take around with you. She's not, and she's wishy-washy. She'll tell your business. She'll make jokes. I mean, I guess it's okay to make the jokes I don't know. I think it's too early to be in your confessionals making jokes about this lady's marriage. I just think it's too early. I just think it's too early. Meredith said that, because they were all dancing, right? And so Whitney was dancing on the floor. Everybody was dancing. They was doing their little struggle twerking or whatever. And Lisa is not amused. She's not entertained by Whitney. She was like, girl, she acts like she needs some attention. What's up with her? And she was really just dancing and having a good time, but she was doing the most. She was doing what she learned in her Saturday hip-hop class down at the local YMCA. You know what I'm saying? She was giving you all of that. Then Jen said something about herself having brown girl rhythm. So they want to talk to Jen. Whitney is drunk as hell, so she wants to talk to Jen. Meredith and Lisa are talking behind her back, she tells her. And she was like, what are you talking about? She was like, well, they're basically saying that they're scared of you. And she was like, what? What? It took her a long time to tell her. She was like trying to, she was so drunk. She was really trying to tell her. I didn't think it was the right time and place, but she's drunk. I mean, what other great decisions is she going to make while she's drunk? So she's scared. Heather is standing right there too. So Heather was like, I'm not telling her shit or whatever. So Heather interrupts Whitney and says, well, they're scared of you, because Whitney was scared to tell her. And so she was like, well, why are you telling me this now? Like, this is my husband's party. That's what I wanted to know. It's like, girl, why wouldn't you take her out to lunch and have that conversation with her? Why are you having that here? It was very inappropriate. So Jen is yelling really loud. Lisa and Meredith come over, and they were like, well, they said you're scared of Jen Shaw. And she was like, I'm not scared of her. Ask me right here. Ask me if I'm scared of her. I'm standing right here. That's what Lisa was saying. And Lisa was like, I'm not scared of her. I'm not scared of her. Of course you're not, Lisa. I'm sure we can find some tapes of y'all saying that, oh my God, she gets so scary when she gets angry. It's like, I don't even know what to do. It's like, girl. And Meredith's like, I'm disengaging. I'm disengaging. To which I say, I'm disengaging. Meredith is not here for the shit. She's like, anything that makes me look out not perfect, girl, I'm disengaging. I'm out of here. Whitney tells Meredith that, so when Lisa and Meredith walk away, then Whitney, wait a minute. Lisa doesn't like Whitney. I already said that. Jen walks away. Whitney turns around and tells Meredith that Jen is talking shit about her marriage. Girl, I said, Whitney, what is going on? Whitney said, everybody, I'm shooting up the club, bitch. She told Jen that, she told Meredith that Jen was talking about her. After you done told Jen that Meredith said she was scared of her. So we're going to see what's going to happen. Anyways, y'all, that's your Real Housewives of Salt Lake City review. This video did not almost make it. You should have seen the video that I made before this. Girl almost broke down because I'm really tired of making these videos, but I have a solution. So anyways, take care of each other. Protect your energy. Peace.